Welcome back to my class today. I'm just going to add 3 more control flow statements to you, and then we are done with control flow completely. So today we are going to look at the break statement, the continue statement, and the pass statement. So without wasting much time, let's just go in and see these 3 statements, what they do in a loop or a conditional statement. Here we are. Control flow statement. In Python, break, continue, and pass are control flow statements used within loops and conditional statements. Break. This is the syntax. Break is used to exit a loop prematurely. When encountered within a loop, break immediately terminates the loop, skipping the remaining iteration. Example, for I in range, if I equals to 3, break. Now, if I is not equal to 3, you are asked to print this. I told you Python uses indentation to define blocks of code. So this block of code is within this for loop. So if if I is 1, then you are going to print it out. I is 2, you print it out. Once I equals to 3, then break. You are going out of the loop completely. That is what this does. Continue. Continue is used to skip the current iteration of a loop and proceed to the next iteration. It allows you to bypass certain conditions or computation within a loop. For I in range, if I equals to 2, continue, meaning it's just going to skip these 2 and then it will go back and print 3 and 4. Looking at this range, I will show you practically using PyCharm. And then this is pass. Pass is a null operation, meaning it does nothing. It acts as a placeholder when a statement is syntactically required, but no action is needed. It is often used as a placeholder in empty code blocks, function definitions, or conditional statements where the code will be added later. Example, for I in range, if I equals to 2, pass, placeholder for future code, s, print I. So practically we are going to see this using our PyCharm, and that will be the end of control statement. So let's go into our PyCharm and practically demonstrate these 3 control statements. This is our PyCharm. So I'm just going to write a simple statement like the example we saw there. So I'll say for I in range, and then the range we are just given one parameter. So for I in range, I told you range, in my last class, I told you range will expect 3 parameters, which is what? Start, stop, and step. So where you are only having 1 parameter supplied, it means that the start default is 0, and the step default is what? 1. Meaning this range is the same thing as saying range without the default 0, 5, and then 1. So this is the same thing as this. That is what this range simply means. So I am going to remove that. Now at this point, I will now say if I equals 3, then break. Sorry, I have to put this that will execute that. Then print I. Okay, so this is the statement. This is the script that I'm writing, and I'm bringing in this break statement. So what I'm saying is this: for I in range, this range will give me 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That is what this range is going to give me. So I have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now what I'm now saying is copy this 0 into this place, into I. Then you go in. If I equals 3, so in that case now I is 0, so it's not going to enter into this if block. is not going to enter. So it will print this next one, which is what? Print I. It will print 0. Then it will come back again, copy 1 into I, and then it will come in. If I equals 3, I is not 3, so it will not go in. It will print I, which is 1. So 0, 1. Then it will come back again, copy 2 into I, and then it will go in. I equals 3. No, I is equals to 2, so it will not go in. It will print I, which is 2. Then it will take this 3 and bring it in here. 3, I equals to 3. Yes, it will go in and break. So break means go out of the loop. That is the answer. It's not going to print 3. It's not going to print 4. So it's just going to print 0, 1, 2. That is what this script is going to do. So I'm just going to delete this and execute this script. So you see, 0, 1, 2. Now it didn't print 3, it didn't print 4. Why? Because of this break. The instruction is if I equals 3, go in and break, meaning go out of the loop. That is what this break statement does to a control flow. You know, the flow is going, and then all of a sudden there is an external trigger and it will have to change direction. So that is what has actually happened by the introduction of this break. Now the next statement is continue. I'm still going to use this same one, so I'm just going to change this break to continue. That is what I will do, continue. All right, so this is it, the same script. Now it's going to give us a completely different output. So what is this saying? Now, when you get to 3, go in. If I equals to 3, go in and continue, meaning skip the printing of I and test the loop again. So you have to go back and to the very beginning and copy 4 into I. Then come back in, test I equals to 3. No, I is 4, is to print out 4. So this one printed out 0, 1, 2. This one is going to print out 0, 1, 2, 4. But it will skip 3. So let's execute it and see what the output will be. So you see 0, 1, 2, 4, meaning I equals to 3. Go in, continue. Don't come here. Go back to the loop. Test the loop again. And then at this point, it's going to copy the 4 into I before testing. Then it will check I equals to 3 before it to print out this. So that's what this continue does. It simply redirects the flow back to the what? To the for loop before the next statement that is within the loop. This print I is within this for loop, just as this if is within the for loop. But this continue is inside this if statement. So when it encounters this continue, it will not print out this one, because the flow is supposed to be sequential. This statement will be executed, then this statement. But because it has encountered this continue, it will jump back to the iteration, to the for loop, and check, copy the 4 into I, then come into test. If I equals to 3, no, it will come back here and print that value of I, which is what? 4. So that's why it's giving you 0, 1, 2, 4. But for break will completely go out of the loop. It's not going to execute, it's not going to test anything again. It's going to exit the loop. That's the difference between break and continue. The next statement I'm going to put now is pass. So I'm going to remove this and put pass. Now, what this one does is simply going to hold this place. Nothing is going to be performed. But what this is telling us is that in the future, something can be, this place is just a placeholder telling you that something will be required here in the future. Now, when I execute this, nothing will happen. It's going to print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, look at this. So to print 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. But you won't know what this is. Now, what I will do is I'm going to add something here. I will say print this is a pass for as a placeholder for future script, right? So that is it. This is the pass statement as a placeholder for future script. Now, when I execute this, you will see this one will be printed there. Now, when I put this here, you can see 0, 1, 2. This is a pass statement as a placeholder for future script. Now, if I change this place to break, watch what will happen. Now, I'm going to execute this again. You can see it printed 0, 1, 2. It did not print this statement. This statement is also within the if block, but it didn't print it because it encountered break here. Now, if I change this place to continue, look at what will happen. See, it printed 0, 1, 2, 4. Now, because of this continue, it skipped this and went back to the for loop and then printed out the 4. But when you have pass here, it will print out this, telling you that this place is just being held open for future script, maybe a future instruction that can be put into this place. So it's just a placeholder for a future instruction, for a future script to be written, or a future code to be inserted into this place. That is different. So this is just what I wanted to show you, that in the control statement, you still have break, continue, and pass that you can introduce into the for loop or into loops and conditional flow statements, just to control the flow of to control the flow of execution. So that is all I have to show you in this class. Now we are going to move into functions proper in our next class. So till then, bye-bye.